this. So I went through the scheduling, the S-curve. I was able to do something on that.
Yeah, what you have done.
Okay. Yeah. No, this is your aunt. This thing you not see. Oh.
Why you are not able to save it?
I was not able to save it, but I was able to, the formula I asked you about the other day, the equal to sign, sum of the
Sum or
cells.
sign?
Sum of the cells. I was able to do it successfully. So
And you
unfortunately,
got 100.
yes, I got 100. I got 100%. Yeah. So what
Okay,
happened
so
is
when
that
you so try your best. Yeah, you can make mistake now, but you know it will be very, very funny that your boss, they gave you work to do, and after doing it, they ask you to send it. You cannot find it.
find it, yes.
So that's why here we accept mistakes, but as you are doing those mistakes, be reframing and be adjusting yourself. So anything you are doing, make sure you save. Not just save it, know where you save it. So you can create a folder, start organizing all your files. So that whenever someone asks you, you can easily open that folder, know that everything about your planning, look at where it is. The same thing when you resume any position, that company, open a folder for them. Everything you are doing with them, save all their files in one folder. Because retrieval of information matters a lot. You understand?
Okay.
You can develop a schedule, do the S-curve, everything. After 6 months, somebody will come and tell you, do you know that thing you did last year? Okay, just forward it to me. I need it now. Bros, if you are not careful, you might not be able to find it again. So that's why you should be able to organize all your files, classify them in a folder, arrange them very well as you progress. You understand?
Okay.
It's part of planning skill. We call it organization skill, that you're able to, you are detailed, you're able to organize things so that whenever they need it, you can give it to them. All right, so let's start today, class. Just confirm when you can see my screen. James, you are welcome. Alpha, any question from you? James, can you hear me? Any question from you? Okay, so now today we are going to look at something. Let me just share this. So you just confirm when you can see all the stuff I'm sharing.
Okay. I can see your screen.
Okay, so Jude, you can see my screen, right?
That's correct.
So can you see what is being displayed, which is PMS? Can you see the PMS? You can just unmute because I think you are the only one active, so we can just talk through. I want to confirm you are seeing it so that I can do the recording and send to others.
Okay, yeah, I can see the screen up to cumulative.
What are you seeing?
Up to cumulative end value.
Okay, so what you are seeing there is what we call PMS, Progress Monitoring System. Okay? So this is the last thing you need. But for interview, nobody will ask you this one in interview. They might ask you, do you know anything about PMS? You say yes. What is PMS? You will tell them that it is Progress Monitoring System. Okay? Now, if you look at this PMS look like what you have in your PCs. True or false?
Exactly.
Excellent. Now, the difference is that from here, you find out that from here, you see we have selected. We added additional column. But other than that, everything here is also in your PCs. From the left-hand side, from H to A is in your PCs. Okay. So now what are we doing? You know, most projects you are going to do, you will use your PMS to update your PCs. I don't know if you understand.
Okay.
You will use your PMS to update your PCs. Now look at PCs. Let me give you an instance now so you will understand where we are driving to. Now look at this curtain. Let's assume you have 30 pipes to cut from the BOQ. Okay?
Yes.
Now, and these guys have cut 3 after the first day. They are to work for 3 days. Jude, how many percent will you assign to this cutting activity?
They are cutting how many pipes?
They are cutting 30 pipes and they have cut 3. And they are working for 4 days. How many percent will you assign to it?
It will not be more than, it will not be up to 5%. 3 out of 30.
You will just, you are doing a guessing work, right?
Yes.
Then if somebody now wake up and ask you, how did you get the value? So what will you tell the person that you gaze? So now PMS clarify that problem. Now look at the PMS now. I will go to my PMS. I will now say under plant quantity, cutting, I will put 30. I don't know if you understand.
Okay.
How many have they cut? I will put 3. How many percent are you seeing?
1%.
Yes, look at the completion percent. How many percent are you seeing?
Okay, 10%.
Excellent. Now, how many is remaining? Look at the remaining quantity. How many is remaining?
27.
How many have they done?
3.
Then the end value itself, out of the 100%, what have they earned for doing 3? 0.13.
0.13.
Look at it here, 0.30. So you see it. So you see that the PMS now have broken it down very simple for you. I don't know if you understand. So you don't need to cram. All you need to do is pick this 10 now and go to your PCs and update it 10%. Is it not simple?
Yes, yes.
I don't know if you understand now. Now, if somebody now come and ask you, why are you updating the measure and cut 10%? You say yes, that you plan to cut 10 and 30. They have cut 10 and 3, and that 3 is 10%. Will the person talk again?
No.
Excellent. So that's the need for PMS. I don't know if you understand. So want to learn how to create the PMS. So PMS, we have some very tedious and very difficult ones, right? We have some very simple ones, but the one I'm going to give you guys is just the simplest. With this simplest, you can drive any project. Okay. So, but however, anyone you meet in the course of your work, don't panic. Just sit down and study it. If you can't understand it, engage us. We explain it for you. You understand? Because sometimes the work we are going to start, somebody have done the PMS. I don't know if you understand. So now all you need to do is to sit down and study what they have done. Then if there are mistakes, if it's something you can correct immediately, you correct it. If it's something you cannot correct immediately, you need to manage what they have done for some time as you work to correct it. Because if they say send report, you won't tell them that because the PMS, you don't understand it, that's why you are not sending reports. You understand?
Yeah.
But the person made a mistake. No. So you need to get something running, delivering report as you work and resolve all issues. I don't know if that is clear. So that's exactly why PMS, and that is the reason we are going to use PMS. So we use PMS to update our schedule. Then we'll now use our schedule, right, to update our S-curve. I don't know if that's clear. James, are you hearing us now? James Wednesday, are you hearing us? Okay. Now, how do we do the PMS? So to do PMS is very simple, right? So first thing is I will remove every column that I don't need and bring out the columns I need. First of all, I need my activity. Okay, let me just tell you, PMS, for me, I broke it down into 7 stages. Okay?
Okay.
I broke it down into 7 stages, but this I will say 8 now because I'm going to show you something, which will make it the 8 stage. So stage 1, remove all the unnecessary columns and take only the relevant columns. You understand? So what are the unnecessary columns? If you watch here now, what I need is activity code. I also need activity name. I need start and finish dates. I need baseline start and finish dates. I need the duration. I need the Boyetta labor unit only. I will stop there. I don't need any other thing. I don't know if you understand.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So let's proceed. So some people have done their own. They require different things. So this one I'm just showing, as I said, is the simplest. And anywhere you go and do it, it's perfectly okay. Nobody have anything to say about it. Although there's something again I need to, let me tell you something again about PMS. Okay, now look. Under procurement, right? We say procurement of spool.
Spool.
Yeah, if by any means we have different sizes of spool, I may not list them here under procurement. I will just cover it with procurement of spool. But in my PMS, right?
Okay.
I will split them. You understand? I will split them in my PMS. I will come inside my PMS and I will now put procurement of spool, procurement of, I can do different things in the PMS. You understand?
Okay.
That's another advantage of PMS. So it helps you to break down some activities into more detailed activity instead of bugging or instead of making your PC's data to look very bogus or very huge. So you just reduce it. Then when you now go to your PMS, you now digest those information into sub activities.
Okay.
You understand? And you summarize it into their parent activity. That's another thing PMS does for you. Okay, so it's used for effective tracking of a project. Okay, so now we start. I will right click and bring out column. I will remove all the percentage, schedule percentage complete. I will remove it. Performance percentage complete. I will remove it. I will remove unit. I will also remove activity status. Now I will go and bring. I will look for budgeted labor units. I will look for units. Then I'll look for budgeted labor unit. You can see it here. I will bring it out. Then I will click OK. I will click apply. I will click OK. So this is what I needed. Okay. So next thing I needed is to copy this. I just copy it. Control A, Control C. I've copied it. I move it out. So now we call it exporting of data, right? We call it exporting of data. Okay. Then let me create a new page. I will paste it here. So the second page now is the second thing now is to, if you watch this one now, you find out that I can close. Look at what I'm doing. If I say level 1 WBS, you see it. If I say level 2, if I say level 3, you see what is happening.
Yeah.
So if I do level 1,
you are clicking. Is it based on the sheets? Sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3.
No, you can see numbers up here, right? We call it grouping. You can see numbers. Let me group this one again so you can see it. You can see numbers here now, right?
On the right,
Are you seeing
left-hand side?
On the beginning, the left-hand side, the beginning of the left-hand side, you see where I'm clicking numbers. You see 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Each one I click will reduce it for me, right?
Okay.
You understand? That's the same way P6 is behaving, isn't it? You see all these things here now? If I click, I minimize. If I click, I expand. Now in Excel, we call it grouping, right?
Okay. Does it come up automatically, or you'll be the one to create it?
There is nothing automatically here. Everything you are seeing here will be done by you. All you need to know is know what to click to get it done.
Okay.
You understand? Know what to, everything is just click now, select and click. Now look at, I want to group this one. If I click one, I will see only this first one here, right?
Yes.
That's what I want to be seeing anytime I click. Okay, so what I need to do is I will expand the last one, right? If I expand, okay, let me do it with the last one. So you see the error that will happen. If I select from here to here, and I go to group is under, if you click on under review, under data, you see group, right? If I click on group, okay, you see group have group and it have omitted one. The mobilization, I can't see anything inside it.
Okay.
And open it, I won't see activities inside the mobilization. Okay, look at how he's showing it. So to solve this problem, okay, I'm doing Ctrl Z to undo. I will open the last one, right? I will now select from the last one to the first one where I want to stop. I will go and say group. You will find out that everything will be grouped very well. You see it? I can close this last one now. I close this one. I close this. Everything nice. Yes, if I click on level 1 WBS, I see the title. Level 2, if I click on level 2, I see only the level 2 WBS. You understand?
Yes.
Then if I click on level 3, this is levels. Now I see level 3. If I click on level 4, I will see everything. I don't know if you understand. So that's the first thing I will do when I've copied it. Okay, so don't be fizette about anything. Very simple. So this is the data from P6, okay? Let me expand so that I can be seeing what I'm doing. I'm expanding. This one, expansion is too much. Let me reduce it. So I'm expanding each column so that all the information will be displayed. Okay, so I've expanded them, okay? So now, let me reduce this one small. First thing I will do is that grouping. So I will start from general. If you want to group under general, I want general to be alone, right? So that I can group every other thing. What I will do, I will select from the first one to the last activity. All the ones that have activity numbers are activity, right? General itself is what?
Is it WBS?
Excellent. So now I've selected everything under it. I will go to group. Before you start grouping, make sure you check, you click on this stream. Look at where I'm clicking. You click on, when you click on data, you will go to the end here. Look at group, on group and subtotal. You will look at the stream, down corner. You will click on it to bring out the dialog box, right? Then you will say summarize below. You will say no. Look at what will happen if I leave it like this and group. If I say group now, you see it's coming below. And I don't want it to be below. I want this grouping now to come up. I want this four corner box with minus sign to come up, right?
Okay.
So that's why I'm going to click here and I do summarize below. I will uncheck it and remove it. And I will say, okay. You see automatically it has come up. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So now I've done for general. I can close general now. You will just find out that there is a plus. That if you want to see the activities under general, you click on that plus. I will go to the next one. The next one is procurement. I'll click on the activity immediately after procurement, and I will stop in the activity, the last activity in procurement. I will say group. You see, it's very simple. That's why I say don't panic. Just watch what to do and do it. It will solve the problem. This one is mobilization. I click on, remember, I'm not clicking on mobilization, but I'm clicking on only the activity. I'm selecting only the activity inside mobilization, 3 of them. I will go back and click on group. You see it as group, I will close it as well. Next thing is fabrication, right? And site was. Under site was, we have another WBS site was, we have another one, fabrication, right? So I will go inside fabrication. I did not select fabrication first. I did not do under site was, but rather I first of all handle fabrication. I will go inside fabrication, select everything inside fabrication and do for fabrication first. I will do for fabrication. I will close fabrication. Site was is here. I will leave it. It will be the last. I will do under the commissioning. I will do under installation. So I will now finally do under testing and commissioning. So you now find out that after doing under testing and commissioning, these are the 3 things under site was, right? So I want to now put 3 of them inside site was now. I need to click them, but because of that principle I told you, this last one will not show. If I do it, I will open this last one first. Then I will now select from this last one that I've opened, which is testing and commissioning. I will select from it to fabrication. I will group. So automatically everything has aligned. I will now close testing and commissioning, and I will close site was. I will now do for mobilization. I will select from the beginning to the end of all the whole activities in mobilization. I will group it. I will close it. Everything has closed. I want to summarize all of them inside this project title. Okay. So I will go back and open this last one, mobilization, and I will select from here. Because of that principle I told you, if you do not do it, it will not align. So I now click on it. Everything I've said. You see, very pretty fine. I've closed it. So I can now work with this number. Level 4 activity, everything will open. Level 3, everything will close. Level 2, everything will close. Level 1, everything will close. So I can now start putting my colors. You see, pretty fine. I can put my colors now without opening all of them. I can start putting the colors based on level. Now, always advise starters, right? Start with PC's color. If you want to put your colors, open your PCs. Confirm the color of your PCs and use the colors. Over time, you will now know how to mix colors and you start working with it. But as a starter, use the colors in PC. So what is this color? Blue, right? Blue. The project title is what? Blue. So I'll go and put blue. So now, if I put blue here, I will just select this. Okay? If I put blue color, click on home and I put field blue. All of them will become blue, both the activity under it. Okay. Let's say I put this blue and I put white color so that I can see it, the font. Let me make it bold. So now watch. If I go to level 4 activity, okay, pretty fine. It did not work like that, but sometimes it works like that. Okay, let me show you here how it works like that. If I select only this activity, this WBS, okay. Please take note. I want to show you these small things that is happening so that when you start seeing them, you will not panic. Okay. I just selected it instead of selecting the entire row by clicking from 2. I selected only from A to I. If I click on color, all of them will be color. Okay, still working. That's pretty fine. Maybe something has changed. Okay, but I want to select all of them, then I will delete it. Okay.
Okay.
It's pretty fine. So I will increase the font now. Let's say 16. Okay. Yeah. So now this is for the project title, right? Then the next one now, go to level 2. Level 2 WBS. Now you can see it. This is now, I will go to PCs. PCs color is what? Green, right?
Green.
If
Green,
I right click and select collapse to, then I'll take level 2. You see it green, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I'll come here. I will select everything here. And I will select green color. Okay. I will just make it bold. I won't increase the font color. The font. Okay, let me change the font color. Is it white from PCs? No, it's black from PCs. So let's leave it like that, bold. Let me just increase the font size. Let me make it 14. Sorry. I'm working on another one. Let me make it 14. So pretty fine. You can see it now, right?
Yeah,
Then
yes.
I'll go back to PCs. I will take the level 3. What is level 3? So level 3 is some of them. Look at the level 3 WBS is yellow color, which is only in sight was, right? Please, activity, don't give it color. Activity will remain white, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I will come back here. I will do level 3. So under level 3, so something happened here. You see everything is green. Can you see?
Yeah.
You see everything is green, both activities, which is not right. So that's why I told you about the method we normally use, okay?
Okay.
Now, if you select it like this, you click on, hold down your alternate key. There's a key in your keyboard called ALT. It's called alternate. Then you put semicolon. You select semicolon, right? You will see this line will draw on your Excel. There's a line that will come out. You now apply the color. So it will only color the one that is on the interface. It will not color the children. You understand? So I can now bold and change to 14. Okay, so if I click on level 3 now,
You said I select alternate.
when you have selected what you want to color, because there are other activities inside and you don't want the color to affect it. So you first of all minimize to level 3. Then you select all the whole level 3 you want to color, all the whole level 2 you want to color. Then you hold down alternate. There's a key in your keyboard called alternate, right? Is ALT. That's what is written on that key. You hold it down, you look for the key called semicolon, which is the one after L. You will see HJKL. You will now see semicolon. So you hold down that alternate key and you select semicolon. Automatically, it will select only the activities, the cell you are seeing on the top. It will not affect inside.
Okay.
Are we together?
Yes.
Then you can apply the colors. You can also apply anything. So it will not affect any activity inside. That's why you can see it here. It did not affect all these ones inside. These activities was not affected, right?
Okay. Yes.
Now, the same thing I will do under site was, I have other WBS, which is level 3 under site was. So I will select all of them as well. Okay, I will select 3 of them. I will still go ahead and hold down my alternate key. I will hold down my alternate key. I will press semicolon. Watch, you will find out that there will be a line in this activity that I've selected now. Can you see that there is a line?
Yes.
Yeah, you see the line under each of them telling me that I have selected only what I'm seeing. So anything I apply on these particular activities or on these particular cells will not affect what is inside it if I open the group. You understand?
Yeah.
So I will now apply yellow color to this one. I will apply yellow color. Let me just put it a little bit amber color. Yellow is very harsh. Okay, so I will also bold it, but I won't add any font to it. So automatically, okay, I can change the font color to blue. Okay, so pretty fine. If I click on level 4 to open all of them, you find out that all the whole activity inside them are all white. And that's the same way it is in our PCs. I don't know if you have any question for this.
No,
Yeah, Jude, any question?
Go
We are
ahead.
done with the level 2.
I've taken note of the holding alternate, then selecting semicolon. That's where it's a bit but I've taken note of it.
Okay. Okay, so we have done 2 steps. One step is that we have exported the data. Sorry, we have done 3 steps. One step is that we have exported the data, right? And the second step is that we have actually grouped it. The third step is that we have colored it. So if I scroll down now, you find out that my color have matched with my my PC. So I'm okay. The next step is to add additional columns, right?
Yes.
And start writing formulas that will give us all those things you see me doing, right? So the first thing we normally do is weight, right? Which is the step number 4. You will start adding columns and start formatting it. And we have about 5 columns to add.
Okay.
About 5 to 6 columns. That's what we are going to add. It's very simple columns. So, and then they remain the same. So you can just cram it or write it down. But remember, nobody will ask you this thing in an interview. It's just for you to know in case you are working and you need it. So you can develop PMS to track your schedule, right? And you can also discuss about it. And also note that just hold on, let me attend to someone on the chat.
Okay.
And also note that for you to do this thing, you will do it more than 1, 2, 3 times for you to start understanding it. Take note, it's not like after this first one, you start. No, you will do it on your own. You will meet problem, engage me, we will clarify. After 1 or twice, you can see yourself now, you start getting it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so now let's start. So now, first thing I want to do is this, my projected weight, I need to convert it. I just needed to convert it to percent, right? First thing I will do is to duplicate it and make sure I get exactly this number. You understand? All these numbers you are seeing here, 5,960, I will get it back after replicating it in summary. You understand?
Okay.
So copy and I will paste. I don't know if you're understanding. I've pasted it, right? So when I paste it now, I will now do it based on WBS, as I said. Okay, let me just do it manually. So first thing I will do here is I will go to level 1 WBS, level 2 WBS, and I will sum. I want to sum all these WBS to get this number. So I will do equals to, I will take the first one, I will press plus key. I will take the second one, press plus key, take the third one, press plus key, take the fourth one, press plus key, take the last one. I will press equal sign. Now, do you see they are the same? I have 596 here, I have 596 here. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now what I just did is that I use formula for this one. You know, this one I just exported it. There's no number. But here now use formula to get this one, right?
The second one.
The second one exactly was gotten by formula.
Okay. Yeah.
And why I keep them side by side, so that we make sure that they are exactly the same. Nothing have changed.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now I will now start. I will put a formula inside this first one now. Now under this one now, I want to sum everything here to get this. So I will now use sum formula. I will say sum. I will select from the beginning to the end. I will press enter. You see, it's giving me the same for 114, 144, right?
That's for general.
Under general. It's giving me the same value. After applying the formula, what I did was to sum these activities here.
And the formula,
I don't know if you understand.
The formula you use is equal to sum.
Sum. Look at it. Look at the formula here. Can you see it here?
Okay. It's equal to
I'm
sum.
summing I4 to I6. That's what I'm summing. And summing from the beginning to the end. The first one I use plus is the same thing. But because they are not together, there are space between them. From WBS1, which is general, to procurement, I have activities. So if I use this particular sum, it will sum everything, which I don't want. I just want to sum only those WBS level 2. That's why I use plus sign to do it.
Okay.
Then, but this one now that are together, so I don't need to use plus sign. I can use plus sum. It's very simple. But they are doing the same thing. They are just adding everything for me.
Okay.
I don't know if you understand.
Yes.
Now, I do the same thing for the second one. I put sum equals to sum. Okay. Then I take the two of them. I press enter. So as I will just do it for all of them. So now I will do for mobilization equals to sum. I will take from the beginning to the end. I'll press enter. So now for site works, let me do for the mobilization. So we'll do site works last. Reason being that it's somehow different from the ones we are doing. Okay. So I'm doing for the mobilization. Okay, all of them are pretty the same, and I'm still getting this value. So, but under site works is different because it has sub WBSs, right?
Yes.
So, first thing I will do is to sum the sub WBSs together. I will now do the same thing I did for the beginning. Yeah, where I will now do equals to, I will say first one plus, because there are activities inside them, so I don't want to select all the whole activity, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and now plus only the WBS, and I'll press enter. So it's still giving me the same value. You can see it, right?
Yes.
260 and 260. Please pay attention in this thing. It's very somehow technical if you're not paying attention. Anywhere you are confused, let me know. I will repeat. It's just for you to pay attention and follow it step by step, right? So when you now do it, then you make note. After now, you just sit down and make note. Then when you start doing it, you refreshing your note till you get used to it. Then I'll start doing them one after the other. The same thing I did for the other one. I will say sum equals to sum. I will select everything here. I will press enter. So as I'm doing it, I'm also conscious if there is any change in the value. I need to go and check what I've done wrong. Please take note. I'm conscious to know if any change, like here, if anything is different from the one I use formula, I need to go and check what I've done wrong. Okay.
Yes.
So I will do the last one, and that's all. So you can see how I did it. So now the question you should ask now is, why did I not use the original one? Why did I do my own? So I'm doing it because if I'm to add any new activity here, right? I don't want to start doing manual calculation. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say, for instance, under spool, right? We remember that we need to buy a pipe, or we need to buy, let's say we need to buy one machine, right? Under procurement.
Okay.
So, and I now added, and I come here and I added procurement. I added under activity. Just watch what I'm doing though. I added under activity. I say procurement of welding machine. Right? So I give it a duration, 14. Take note of. Then maybe I assign better labor unit. Let's say 200, right?
Okay.
Or let's say 303, right? Now, if I come here, what will I do? Will I start afresh? No. I just need to come here and create another column here and add the same procurement. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, the question now remains, if I add the same procurement, I put 14 days. Okay, now the question now remains, if I come here and type 303, 308, I need to use manually to calculate it. Have this one changed?
No, it has not changed.
Now, if I now type the same 303 here, what will happen? 308. Okay, sorry, I did not do this way. I will put it in between. So I'll put it in between here. So I will put the procurement of
welding machine.
So let's say 14 days. Then if I come here and type 308, nothing has changed, right? But if I come here and type 308, look at what will happen. Can you see that the value here have changed? Can you see
Yeah.
two of them? One
Yeah.
have changed, but one have
Yeah.
not changed, right?
Yes. The one you are
Why?
calculating.
Excellent. That is the reason why you need to do the calculation. Please take
Calculation.
note. If you don't do it, when you start updating, you will do everything manually. If there is any change, and we don't want manual job. We want, as soon as we type in the value, automatically everything will just update. You understand? Is that clear now?
Yeah.
So now, having done this, right, I will now convert it to weight. So I can even delete this one, but what I normally do, I hide it for reference purpose, right?
Okay.
Then under here, I will change this name to man hour.
Okay, you
I
hide
will
the
change it.
you hide the original one. Then this one you
Yes,
computed. You change it to
exactly.
manual.
You can delete
Okay.
it, but I normally hide. Then I now
Okay.
change this one to man hour, right? The next thing is
Okay.
that I will now say, I will now do weight percent. Weight percent. Under weight percent, I need to get the weight of each of these WBS with this value. Okay. So now
Okay.
take note. Take note, there are different methods of doing this, depend on the urgent need, right?
Okay.
Take note, but I'll just give you a very simple method. But there is another one, if time permits us, we'll also do it. That is the case whereby they want to know each of these WBS weights. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but you can do something here. In that case, what we normally do is we come here. Okay, let me just do it like this. So I don't want it to be confusing. So I'll press equals to, I will do 24, divide by the total weight. Okay, so I will now froze this total weight so that it will not change by putting $sign.
Okay.
I will put $sign so that this total weight will not change. Okay,
The
right? I will make it.
where are we getting the total weight? Okay,
I
5,964.
divide 24 by 5,600 to give me the weight for 24. The
5,000. You
total
mean
weight is the total weight of the whole connected
5,900
labor
and
unit. Come again.
I said the total weight is 5,960.
Yes.
Okay. You divide it by 24. You divide 24
No, the
by
total
the
man
total
hour.
weight.
I'm dividing each of the man hour by the total man hour.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Are you now? This is 24 man hour for contract award. I divide it by this total and I froze it. I will use the same this one to divide all of them.
Okay.
I don't know if it's clear.
Yes.
So I will now make it to 2 decimal points. Or let's keep it at 3 decimal points. So I'll just copy this and paste it in all of them, except the WBSs. Are we together now?
No, how are you copying? Why
The
should
same
you copy?
copy. I copied one. I selected what I want to paste. You can copy and paste it one after the other. Like, look at where my cursor is now. I just click, I say Control V. I click, I say Control V, but it's very stressful. So what I did is to select every cell I want to paste, and I click on paste. And I'm not pasting on all these lines. You see, I'm just omitting all these shaded line or colored line so that I don't want it to look tattered, right? You see here, now instead of pasting on this one with this yellow color, I will go down and select below it. So the normal copy and paste, Control C, Control V, that's what I'm doing. So the formula is holding it because I've locked it. You understand? I've locked the formula, so it's not moving. It's only dividing each of the cells from the total. Now, if I click on this last one, I click on my formula, it's dividing this last one, right, by the total. You understand?
Yes.
So that's what I just did. So now I will now come back. I will come back here, right, and I will do the same thing I did here. I will go to the first one. You see this thing here? I will drag these ones now, right? I will select these ones and I will drag it. I will drag it and I will expand them. Remember, they actually have a plus sign in them.
Yeah, the ones in yellow.
Yes, let me just copy and paste. I'm just copying it and pasting it, right? So they actually have a plus sign in them. All these WBS, you see what I'm doing? So I'm summing it together. Okay, let me just do it the way you understand, right? I want to sum everything here now to get the weight. You understand?
Yeah.
Are we together?
Yes.
I have gotten the individual weight, but I need the WBS weight. So for this one now, I will do equals to sum. I will select everything here. The same thing I did for the man-hour now.
Man-hour. Yeah.
And I get this weight. You understand? I will also do the same thing. I want to sum everything in this WBS. So just to inform you, what you see us doing here is a minimum of 200,000 naira job. If somebody say, please, I don't want you to work for me, just do the PMS for me, right?
Yes.
That's what you charge to do. So I've done all this one. So let me do for, I will just copy this one and paste. It's just the same thing. So, but let me do for this. But if I copy this is another method. Instead of doing it one after the other, if I copy it and paste it, it will give me the same value. You understand? Because formula is already there. And it's the same formula that I'm using, which is sum.
Okay.
I don't know if you understand what I mean.
This formula, is it that you are the one inputting it, or is it saved in
I'm doing
this
so.
system?
Look at what is happening. You know how to do sum, right? No, this one is Excel. It's no longer planning now. This one is Excel. It's sum.
Yes.
We have sum
So
using XUM.
You type, you input it using your keyboard.
Yes, now.
Okay.
Do you use this auto sum here? The auto sum will sum everything for you now. But you are only summing from range. You are summing like here now. I'm summing from 27 to 32. So I won't use auto sum.
Okay.
So you use your hand and type it and select the range you want it to sum. Then if you are not too clear of that sum formula, after the class, open YouTube. Just type how to use sum. You understand? So that you will see the summing aspect, right?
Okay.
So people have done a lot of videos that will just teach you very well. So when you now come back to watch this one, you will understand better. And also, next thing I advise my students, don't be shy to learn. You can go to business center, subscribe a course with them that you will do for 1 month. At the end of when you come back from work, you just branch in there for 1 hour or 2 hours. You go back to house. You learn MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, because these are the two you will be using in the planning field. You understand? It's very important. In reporting, all those things, PMS, you'll be using Excel, you'll be using MS Word, you understand? So you need them. I don't know if that's clear.
Yes.
Yeah. So if anyone that works for you, if you can learn on your own, good. But if you cannot learn on your own, you can go ahead and subscribe for it. Yeah, go ahead, James.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, James. Yeah, good evening, James.
Yes, go ahead. We are hearing you.
Thank you. I think if I'm correct, I think it's only one person that is following. We are just.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Hello, James. I'm struggling to hear you. Either you are audible or your network is bad.
Because the whole thing is. Can you?
Your network is bad, so adjust your network. Then you can start afresh. I'm not hearing you.
Can you hear me?
Hello. If you are talking, you are muted. Okay. Dude, let's go ahead. Possibly when he resolve his network, he can raise his hand again. And then, so Jude, what I mean is, this is sum, right? Sum is sum. So what we are summing is, that's how we have used color to demarcate them. So we are summing everything before the next color.
Oh, okay.
All right. So now I'm meant to type it, but what I'm doing, I already have the formula here. Right? So all I need to do is I just drag this formula and autofill it. Use this autofill to fill it. It gives me the same thing. I have a formula under this 742, right? I will drag it to the side. It will sum this one for me. The same thing here. So instead of typing that formula fresh, why I already have it in the previous this thing, right?
Yeah.
So the same thing on this one. So this one now, if I drag this one, is meant to give me 1. If it's not giving me 1, it means something is wrong. So it's giving me 1. That convert it to percent. It becomes what? 100%. Sorry, I selected more than. It becomes 100% if I convert this 1 to percent. Are we together?
Yes.
So it means that I have converted all my schedule into 100%. So I can now tell somebody that I'm getting 1.0, 1.2, I am 0.5, I am 5%, I am 10%. I don't know if you understand now.
Yeah.
So this is the under the, I think this is the most difficult thing. Every other thing is simple. So if you get this one, you are done. So other ones is very simple. Now the next one is you enter what we call unit of measurement. Due to the fact that inside this project, we are using different types of unit of measurement, right? So I will now put unit of measurement, UOM, as a title, right? Then I will start each of these activity. I will state the unit I want to measure it. Now, when we look at contract award, how are we going to measure contract award? We'll measure it in hours. Are we together?
Yes.
I will put HR, hours.
It
Very
seems
simple.
that your
Okay.
your screen is freezed from this side.
Okay, let me stop sharing and share again. So just confirm when you can see it.
Okay, I can see.
Just tell me when you can see it.
Okay.
If you can see it, let me know.
Yeah, I can see your screen now.
Okay, so now I say unit of measurement under contract award is in hours. I write hours. Kickoff meeting is also in hours. I write hours. Then site visit. We can do site visits on, is it countable? We say yes. We want to visit 2 times or 3 times. I'll put it lump sum, LX, lump sum, okay? So I go to procurement. Procurement of pipe. How many spool are we procuring? I will say we are measuring the spool in lump sum. Lump sum means you can measure it in number, you can count it, right?
Okay.
Then valve, the same thing. We are procuring 3 valves.
Lump sum.
Yes, LS means lump sum. LUMP, you now put XUM.
Okay.
So so you can take your time, go and browse the meaning of all these things online so that you will get a sound knowledge about them, right?
Okay.
So I put LS for the valve. Anything you can count is a lump sum item, so you can measure it. The mobilization, how many persons are we mobilizing? We say lump sum because we count the number of persons, okay?
Okay.
Then when we go into measure and cut, so how are we going to do this measure and cut? Are we going to count it in die inch? Is it in meter? Is it in, you understand? So is it in number? So somebody can say, I don't care, I just want to count in numbers, right? So we can say, okay, we are counting in numbers. How many pipe? We say 30 pipe, or let's say 50 lump sum as well. This is just the unit of what? Measurement. Fitting, the same thing, lump sum. Welding, we can say die inch. We can say die inch. Then we say dimensional control, lump sum. We need to know how many he's going to take. Welding again, we do die inch. Then post-dimensional control, lump sum. Then we come to NDT, lump sum. We come to hydro test, lump sum. How many have we tested? Then coating, we can say meter cube. That's what we want to measure the coating. We can say load that, we say lump sum. Okay? I don't know if you get what I'm doing. I select
Yes.
I say lump sum. Then spading, I say lump sum. Forging, lump sum. Breaking the valve, I say lump sum. Unbolting, lump sum. Lifting, lump sum. Then mobilize valve to site, lump sum. Lifting, lump sum. Welding or spool, I do it in die inch. Then installation
Why are
of
you
valve.
doing in die inch?
Yeah, we weld in die inch. You know, it's a circular stuff. So we are welding in die inch. So when they check the total area of the circle, right? Then each of the section they are welded is die inch. So depend on the how many inches you want to weld. They will not know how many die inch they are going to weld on it. You understand?
Okay.
So it simply means that if a welder comes to work, he did not finish one pipe, I will not go and say he have not worked. I can come there and tell him how many die inch did you weld. He will tell me that out of 6 die inch, he have welded 3.
Okay.
He's still working on one pipe in one particular weld joint, right?
Yeah, yes.
But I can be able to tell the quantity of what he have welded. And I'll be able to report that this guy worked, although he have not finished one particular weld point, but he was able to do so volume of work.
Some.
Yeah, but if I do it lump sum, I will wait until he finished welding one before I can be able to count one for him.
One. Okay.
I don't know if you understand.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why using the actual measurement is very important. It's just like excavation work in building. So if you do it in meters, so you'll be able to count when these people have done 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, right?
Okay.
So, but if you just do it one room, so you wait now until the person finish one room before you will say they have done one. And they will be telling somebody will work for 3 days. You are reporting the person 0. The person can come and fight you because you're actually painting him black that he's not working.
Yes.
I don't know if you understand.
Yes.
So that's why PMS is very important. PMS help them to see the value of what they are doing as they are working. You understand?
Okay.
Okay, so now hydro test, NDT, lump sum, hydro test, lump sum, coating, we are coating in meter cube. Okay, so then PSSR, lump sum, and commissioning and testing, lump sum. Then finally, housekeeping, lump sum. Drawing is lump sum. The mob equipment, lump sum. We can count it. Personnel, lump sum. Handover, lump sum. Okay, you see, I've done all the whole unit of measurement. But you don't need to bother yourself unless on few, because in your BOQ, the unit of measurement is already there. I don't know if you understand.
Okay.
Yeah. So now the next thing we now need to do is the plant quantity. Inside all this is where I say lump sum. What is the quantity? This quantity are always found in your BOQ. We say plan quantity, okay? So it's always there in your BOQ. So now contract award is in hours. So we are going to do it 2 hours. You say I write 2. You understand? Kick-off meeting, let's say 3 hours. Are we together?
Yeah, but the screen is freezing again.
So just wait, it might be network, so it will move. But what you need to do, just look up and you check where contract award is. You will see that I'm not adding the quantity. What is the quantity? What is the, we say is in hours. So how many hours I will put it? You understand?
Okay.
We say the site visit, how many
hours.
site visits is the lump sum? How many times are we going to visit? We say we are visiting 2 times. I'll put it lump sum. I will go to procurement of spool. How many spool are we procuring? 30 pieces. How many valve are we procuring? 3. Right? I will go to mobilization. How many indirect workers? You will ask some questions. They will tell you 40 persons. How many direct workers? Sorry, indirect workers 10. direct workers. I'm just putting numbers, but for you, you ask your project manager, he will tell you, right?
Yeah.
How many people that are going to do the job. Then direct workers, I will put 40. Then I will come for mobilization of equipment. How many equipment are we going to use in this project? So let's say 5. Okay, so I go to the pipe. Under the pipe, how many cutting are we doing? 50 cuttings. You must count it from the BOQ or from the drawings. How many fillets? Okay, let's say the fillets, we are going to fillet the 50. We are also going to tack weld 25 because we are going to join them. Then we are going to do dimensional check on the 25 that was tack welded. Then we are going to do full welding on 25. Then we are going to do post NDT on 25. We are going to do NDT itself on 25 joints. Then we are going to do hydro test on the planks. It can be 10 joints because after we are welding, it can be 1 line or let's say 2 lines. At the end of the welding, we'll join all the whole pipes together, maybe in 2 different lines, right? And that's how we're going to put water inside it and test it. Then for painting, we are going to paint the whole 50 pipes that we cutted. We are still going to paint, we are going to load out the 50 pipes. Okay. So you see how I'm adding this number, but this number is always somewhere called in your BOQ. So don't be scared about them. Inside your BOQ, that's where you see them. Or you open your drawing so you will understand the numbers. Yeah. So next one is isolate flange. How many flanges are we going to isolate? It's 2 points. That's what we are isolating. Then we are spading 2 as well. We spade in those 2 points. Then we purge the 2 lines. Then we break the 3 valves. Then we cut. How many cut? Each valve can have about 6 or 8. Let me put 8. So for the 2 or 3 valve, we have 24 bolts to unbolt. Then we are lifting 3. We are lifting 3. Okay, 25 spools. That's what we are lifting. Then mobilization of valve. We are mobilizing 3 valve and okay, this one 25 spools and 3 valve, which is 28. Then under here, we are mobilizing flanges and valve, the same thing, 28. So under here, we are lifting 28. We are also going to weld only 2 times in the field. We are going to install 3 valve. We are going to do NDT on the 2 weld point, which is 5 plus 3 valve. Then hydro test on the 2 weld point plus 3 valve, and touch-up painting on the 2 weld point that we are going to do. So the valve, we don't need to do any touch-up painting on the valve. Okay, so PSSR is 1. We are going to do just 1 PSSR. Then commissioning, we are going to commission the line, so which is 1. Then we do housekeeping. We do all these ones 1, 1. Then how many drawings are they going to develop? Let's say we are developing 3 drawings. I'll put 3. Let's say we are doing the mob 1. How many equipment do we bring in? 5 equipment. Then how many personnel do we bring in? Total personnel is 40 plus 10 is 50 personnel. Then handover is 1. So I have added the quantity. Like as I said, I'm doing it offhand because this is a learning grant. But in the real situation, most of these things you get it back from your drawing and your BOQ. Take note. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So now next thing is the actual. Are we there? So for the actual now, I will keep it empty because I have not started work. Okay? I'm just building my document, actual quantity. So it's when I started now, that's when I can now start updating this and I can now come here and say my actual quantity is this, my actual quantity is this, right? I have done 1, we have done kickoff meeting, I put 2. So after this actual, right? Next thing is the remaining quantity because I need to know what is remaining because these are the questions you will be answering. Remaining quantity. These are the questions your manager will be answering you, and the remaining quantity is just your plan minus your actual, right? It's very simple. I say this minus this. Okay, I press enter. Okay. Now, if I put 1 here, look at how it works. If I put 1 here, my actual will change to 1, right? If I put 2, my actual automatically will change to 0. Are we together?
Yes, I'm listening, but the screen is not, it's freezed.
The screen is not moving.
I can't. Yes, it's not moving.
Can you log out and log in?
Okay.
So confirm you can see it now.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so the formula, like as I said, is very simple, right? The formula is just minusing your plan from your actual, right? It gives you this.
Okay.
So the next thing is the remaining percent. So since this is 2, or this is, let's say, is 1, how do I know how many percent that is remaining, right? I don't know if you understand how many percent I've achieved, okay? Yeah. Then we now tell you, I will simply come here and say equals to whatsoever that is here, right? Times the weight. So times the weight. Sorry, whatsoever that is here. Sorry, it just this is equals to this times this. Now this one will give me the actual. Let me put. So this one will give me is not what I want. This one I'll just do. This is equals to the actual divided by the plan equals to. I'll convert it to percent. I'll just click on percent sign, right? Okay. So automatically, if I do 2, it will give me 100%, right?
Yes.
Then if I do 1 here,
1 should be 50%.
Give me 50%. If I do 0. Let's say 0.2, it will give me 10%, right? You understand?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how we evaluate it. So the next thing I will now do is,
so how you
this
get
percent.
How you get it is you divide your actual by your weight.
Yeah, you divide the actual by your plan.
The actual by
you
what?
Understand?
The actual by what?
By your plan. Your plan. We have planned to do 2. How many have you done is your actual. So when you say what you have done, if I've not done anything here, if I put 0 here, automatically it's giving me 0%.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if anything you put in your actual, you divide it. Is actual, look at the formula. M divided by L. Actual divided by plan. It gives you, then you convert it to percent, right?
Okay.
So this is what we call your percentage completion. Your percentage completion. So you just use it to know the activities you have completed. You use it to understand the activities that you have completed. So it's very important.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to arrange this tomorrow. Okay, so now the next one is what we call the M value, EV, M value. So under my M value now, I will just do percentage completion times my weight. Times my weight. Okay.
End value. End value.
And M value, EV, M value, what have you earned?
Okay.
Right? What have you earned?
Okay.
So I can make it, let me reduce it, let me say 3 decimal place. Okay. So remember, I've not earned anything. If I said, okay, look, oh, we have spent 1 hour in contract award, I've earned something. Look at what I've earned now, 0 point. I don't know if we are together.
Yes.
Eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I complete contract award, I've earned 0.4. This is what I've earned. So which means I've earned 0.4 over 100 of my planned job.
Job.
Okay. So now
Okay.
remember, I am not actually doing it. I just keep on doing only this one because I want to copy all of them and paste it when I'm done. Take note, that's why you see me, I'm doing only one line. I would have done, when I'm done with this, I would have done it for all, right? But I don't want to go through that stress. So I'm doing only one. When I'm done, I'll just copy it and paste it in all. That's all. So now, having gotten the end value, the next thing is your cumulative M value. Okay, which is also cumulative M value percent. Okay. So in this particular one now, in your cumulative M value percent, this is where you now sum all your M values together. So, and it's very simple as well. So what I will do here now is, so this all depends how I want to manage it. If I want to do WBS summary, I will shift it. Let me do WBS summary, then I will shift it. Okay, don't worry, I will still do it. So under, if I want to do it here, what I will do here is, I will just do equals to sum. So this is the one that will sum everything together. It will sum from the beginning here to the last. And reason why I'm summing everything together is that I will not put anything on the WBS. So automatically now we change it to percent. I will change it to percent because this is where I'll be seeing the percentage of what I've done. I will put it 2 decimal points, or let's say 3 decimal points. No, 2 decimal points will be better. Okay?
Yeah.
Are we together? So now,
Yeah.
next thing I will do now, I will copy everything here. I will copy everything here. I will now start pasting it. Look at what I'm doing. Oh. I don't want to start pasting it one after the other. So I will select the cell first and I'll do Control V. I will select the cell from the beginning. I'll do Control V. And you see that my M value is increasing, right?
X.
Okay, so this is what I will do. So at the end, that your cumulative M value should be 100%. If it's not 100%, so you go and start checking what the problem might be. So because I click outside, my what I'm copying has stopped. So I will start again. I will. Okay, so I'm done. So is it 100%? Hello?
Yes. Wait,
Is it
what we have
100%?
here? The cumulative we have here is 49.67.
Excellent. So it's not 100%. So the reason is that my quantity and my actual is not the same. So I will copy everything in this quantity and paste it in my actual. And this is how we test if your PMS is correct, right?
Okay.
When somebody say review my PMS, the first thing you do is to update the actual and the quantity and check whether it will give you the same thing. So let me check. Let me expand and see whether it will give me. Are we giving me 100%?
I see the value here is too large. Okay, it has come up.
100%, right?
100%.
I just
Yes.
expanded. Exactly. So this is how it's meant to. So it means that what I've done is okay. So, but now I don't have what we call WBS summary. If somebody asks me, where are you on procurement? I cannot tell the person. You understand?
Okay.
So to
Yes.
get that, I can summarize each of them on WBS basis. Please take note. I will not sum all the weight, like this weight now. I will sum it here on WBS basis. I can do some, the same sum we have been using. I'll do some everything here. I will close the bracket. I'll press enter. So it will be giving me. Let me just make it 2 decimal points. So this is giving me 1%.
1%.
I'll also do some. So this is giving me 1 point. So now remember I have these things here, right? Okay,
Yes.
sorry, it will not work. The reason why it will not work, you know the reason, right? So I will sum this one as well. I will sum each of these and I'll plus them. So this is the only one that can work. I will put it here. Then I will now sum each of these. So while I'm doing this, I need a WBS summary, right? So that if somebody asks where are we on procurement, I'll be able to tell the person, look at where we are. Where are we on site works? I'll be able to tell the person, look at where we are. So that's why I'm doing this. So I'm summing it inside the, but other than that, you are done with your PMS. Other than this thing I'm doing now, so you are done. But what you have done with is just the overall. It's just be giving you overall value. It won't be giving you the individual value of each WBS. And there are a lot of questions that will be coming from the individual WBS. So I'll just copy the, okay, sorry, this one will not work as well. Okay, so I'll just change them to percentage, right? I will select everything here. First of all, I'll make it 2 decimal points. Sorry, it's not actually working because of the heading.
Okay.
So I will select everything. Then I will make it 2 decimal points. Sorry, I'll make it percentage sign. And I'll now make it 2 decimal place. Okay, so you can see them here, right? So if somebody is answering you on each of these, this is the overall WBS. This is the overall WBS, right?
Yes.
Why this one is, Sorry, this one, there's a mistake here. This is not supposed to be the overall. This is supposed to be only this.
The overall is supposed to be on the blue one.
And the overall is supposed to be that one only. So this one is supposed to be only these two. Okay, so this is it. So each of these WBS, this is what you are getting from them. You understand? And the total weight is this. And there's no other thing we normally do. In some cases, we can also come here and convert it to 100%. So that each time this particular WBS, each time you have this WBS, it will just be giving you the percentage in terms of 100. So to tell you that this WBS, you are 20%, because this WBS is just giving you the WBS weight and not in percent. So how you do it is very simple. Let me just give you a step on it. You just do equals to this thing you have sum, divide by the total weight times 100. That's all. Or you make it percent. You see, it's giving me 1. So now if I want to convert it now, I hope I'm not confusing you.
It's becoming confusing, but
So I
know when by the time I'll go through it again, I'll be able to assimilate more.
Okay, so if I make it 1 now, it's giving me 100%. So if I come here, let's assume under here I did only 1, you'll find out that it has reduced to 92%. So I can now tell somebody the percentage of the WBS. So let's just convert it like that. Instead of using this method of summing it, so what I will do now is that I will say the sum of this divided by the total of this. Okay, and that's all. So it will just give me this. So all I need to do in this is, if this one is 1, it will just be giving me the percentage. You understand? So I can do it for all of them. Instead of using the sum now, I would say divide by the total weight, and that's all. So I will divide it by the total weight, and that's all. So what I'm trying to do is to make sure that each time I'm working, I'll be able to tell somebody where we are currently. So this one I'll put bracket because I'm using ordinary sum. If I don't put bracket, it will only divide the first letter. It will not give me the correct result. The same thing here, if you want to summarize all these ones, the same thing. So you can do divide by the weight. Okay, let me leave that one because it will affect my overall. Because my goal is to get the overall, not the soft WBS weight. Is to get all the WBS to summarize on themselves. So pretty, this is how to get your WBS. Okay. So this is how to get your S-score. So for now, this is how to get your S-score. So what I will do is I will now go ahead. I've tested it is 100%. I will now go ahead and erase the actual. And I will now wait. When the project has started, I will start updating it. So if I update it, any value I've gotten here, that's what I will go and put in my PCs. Then what my PCs is giving me, that's what I will go and put in my S-curve. It's just as simple as ABCD. So I don't know if you have any question. X, we will stop at this point. Why our next class will just be revision, and come with your question in our next class. So Jude, any question?
Okay, I believe I've seen what we did today. Like I always say, this secondary aspect is interesting. And I know that is something that we learn by doing it. It's not
Exactly.
only we learn by doing it. That was why I have to ask for the video of the previous
Don't worry, you
class.
get the video tomorrow. I
So
will post both of them tomorrow.
if I'll be able to get it tomorrow, then it will help. I know that everything that concerning baselining and all that, S-curve, I'm into it. I would say I've gone like 70% into it. So by the time I'll still get this one, I'll study it and be able to. It's gradual. But I know that where I'm now is not where I used to
As
be.
you are doing it, be sharing your work, so I will be seeing it. That gives us the confidence. Yeah, so that when we have any recommendation, we can be bold to recommend you.
Okay, sir.
You can also know your weakness and know where to come in. You understand?
All right.
Yeah. We also know the level of your readiness. So it's based on what you have done.
Okay.
You know, somebody can call say he needs planner. So one winter I assess the person and say, okay, it's okay, this guy can do it. So when I know the area we can support you, say, okay, look at this, look at this. You understand? Like somebody wants to resign. But we are preparing people that will go ahead. So if you are ready during that period, so I can easily recommend your CV for them. As soon as the guy resigns, he's still waiting for the new people to give him offer.
Okay.
As soon as the offer is given to him, right? He went on medical on Friday. As soon as the people gave him offer, so he will recommend some persons. So, but give us your work, so I will know where we can touch when the time comes. You understand?
Okay.
All right. So far, I think we have tried for today. We appreciate you are the only one here. We encourage you to still keep on pushing, don't relent. This is just like a kingdom race. So it's just personal, right? But I know most people are relying on the anyway. So they watch the videos and they're also doing well. Right? All right. See you in our next class on Thursday. On Thursday, I will try.
Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it.